Wait, can I just say one racist thing?
Yes. Get it out now.
Nah, it's okay.
No, say it.
I knew it was directed towards Mexicans. You know I robbed KFC the other day.
Bruh, okay, wait. Okay, one confession. Everyone go, like, off camera.
Okay. I robbed KFC. I robbed a lemon cake from there.
A lemon
that's
cake?
what's up.
A lemon cake,
I heard it's good.
It is, but I robbed it. Because they had it there in the front stands, and I made my cousin grab it, or she'd be left there.
This week? What we did this week?
Yeah, a confession from this week.
From this week? I probably farted, like, 5 times, like...
At work?
Well, I can't be vulnerable no more. Like, I can't be...
At work? Say.
Correct.
I worked with him.
But whenever I'll go in the back, and like you guys are just in the front.
I knew it. I knew it.
No, you don't. Though.
Yeah,
no, you don't.
At one time I did.
No, you don't mean. No, I remember this. I do.
He did.
No, because you tried blaming it on me, but it was generally just like the avocado crostini eggs. Just times up.
Okay.
We get one take.
Alright, and then we start it?
Yeah. One take Jay.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the very first episode of Yap It Out. I'm Sammy, and this is my co-host.
I'm Olivia. So let's be real, guys. Everyone and their grandma is starting a podcast now. So what makes us different is that no one from the Bay Area is doing it like this. And this is going to be a chill podcast where we literally talk about whatever is on our mind.
Exactly. We're gonna bring the insiders vibe where we don't hold back and we just yap it out.
And here we've got all the tea on relationships, life, and what it's really like living in the Bay as Gen Z. Whether it's stressing over TikTok trends, dodging traffic in San Jose, or figuring out this adulting thing, we're all here for it.
And why we start this podcast, you may ask? Honestly, because we just talk way too much. So we were like, let's just hit that record button and then yap it out, obviously. And then we're going to bring you guys along with our journey. We're going to have laughs, real talks, and that good Bay energy.
Yeah. And we're super excited to have some amazing guests with us. We have Galilea.
Yeah.
And Kainoa.
Yes, sir.
So listeners, grab a snack and sit back. And what a better way to start off our first episode of our podcast than about relationships.
Hooray!
Before we get into this, we have some introduction questions for our guests.
I'm nervous.
If you had to describe your vibe in one word, what would it be? Kainoa, you're up first.
You know, this is a very delicate question because I don't really know what the vibe is. You know what I mean?
You don't know till you're there.
You know what I mean? Like you don't really know. When I first stepped into, I met Galilea.
No, don't give the direction.
If you had to describe your vibe in one word, what would it be? And Kainoa, you're up first.
Yeah, I like to. I just first and foremost want to take this moment and say, to describe my vibes, you really don't know like until you're there.
You don't know till you know.
You really don't know. If you know, you know. Hashtag if you know, you know. But if I had to narrow it down to one word, I would say elegant.
That's bad.
Elegant.
That's wrong.
Alright, you guys know what it is. Alright, Olivia?
That's you.
Back at you.
Okay, well, if I had to describe myself in one word, you know what? Kainoa actually told me that I was a granola girl.
That's weird as fuck.
Yeah.
I don't see it.
No,
I don't see it, but apparently everyone else sees it.
That's what they're saying.
It's word around the Bay is she's a granola girl.
So they say. May I ask, like, what does that like encompass?
Like,
why don't you like it? You know, like things
I just think of dirty hippies when I hear
You're not dirty. When I think granola hippies or granola huggers or tree huggers.
Say that 5 times.
granola girls, I think you're clean, but you're just in nature 24/7. You got that you got the flannel on when it comes to fall time. You got your little Uggs and hiking shoes on, and you're out in nature. I don't think it's bad.
Okay, I feel good hearing that. Okay, Galilea, you're up.
The first word my high school teacher called me is she said, "Always be real." I think I'm very authentic. All right, my bad. The word is authentic, real.
Authentic.
Synonym.
Synonym.
She always told me to always be myself and be genuine. So I think when I meet you guys, I think a word to describe my vibe is just very real.
I like that.
Yeah, me too.
I think that's
I agree. I agree.
Laugh one more time.
Like, bro, like, no one for elegant. Hey, elegant in the comments.
No comments.
Okay, so we...
I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Respect yourself.
I was thinking.
What have people said about you recently?
Nothing.
All right. I just think sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet?
Like you're the definition of sweet, kind.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I would say kind. Describe myself as kind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say unpredictable.
I see that too. Yeah.
Unpredictable.
Okay. Sammy, take us off with our next question.
Okay, the next question. What's something random that gives you main character energy? Who are you gonna start off with? Go this way?
I was gonna say with being a barista. Already off the bat, like if you're a barista, you mysterious as fuck.
Yeah,
guys. I don't think we mentioned this yet. We are all co-workers, and we all work at a coffee shop together. So
if you know, you know. Hashtag
drop
if you know, you know.
Drop that.
Don't drop the Yachty. But
hashtag if you know, you know.
The biggest ego boost is waking up, picking my little grunge dark outfit, and going into work, acting like I don't give a fuck. I'm not even acting. I really don't give a fuck. But going into work and being that mysterious barista, that gives me the most like main character syndrome. Like especially when we have regulars hit on us. Like I am the main character, and you can't tell me I'm not.
The Pinterest board hits crazy. Yeah. Okay.
Fair. That's fair.
What about you?
Maybe when I'm driving in my car, I turn my house music on, got my sunglasses, windows down.
That's
nobody else exists. It's just me. It's just me.
It's on that runaway vibe, the runaway teenage life.
It's like what they say, like Ishmi. Ishmi. If you know, you know.
Okay, Kainoa?
I would say, you know, as we all know, like we are all baristas, but I think, unlike some of my peers here, these guys are all that afternoon shift. However, I am in the morning, so I wake up at 5 o'clock.
I do too, actually.
Oh, so does Sammy. So does Sammy, apparently. So does Sammy.
So do I.
Yeah, sure.
You know what?
I don't.
However, I think the walk to the coffee shop. I feel like that's the actual main character energy.
So walk before work.
The walk before work with Party Next Door playing in your exactly.
I just like to make a note of the fact that Kainoa specifically goes into work every single day.
Okay.
Anytime he's on the shift.
Hold on, wait. Let's.
Can I finish?
Okay, you can finish. I'll let you finish.
That whether he's on the shift, on the clock or not, he comes in with his headphones, and whether you asked or not, he will say, "Oh, you asked me what song I was listening to? Oh, it was this by Party Next Door."
You did that today.
Bruh, no, because no one.
We were waiting for him outside, and he came up, and he was like, "Yeah," and he walked past.
Oh, what am I listening to? No one asks ever, but not even. He doesn't even give us the chance to ask. The moment you see, lock eyes, not even lock eyes.
No, but like the thing is, like no one's asked, so like it's like
you don't give us time to even ask. But
I thought it's usually like the 3 seconds. Like, all right, we lock eyes. Like, oh, like are you gonna say something? But I see no lips moving. You know what I mean?
His main character movement.
Fuck. Hey, I'll take it.
His main character moment is being asked, "What song are you listening to?" on his way to work.
Yeah, he wants to be asked so bad.
I know no one has asked me yet, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm still waiting for the day. Still waiting.
Okay, Sammy, what's your response?
I was thinking about it, and I was like, maybe when I put on like a good fit, and I walk down like the campus and stuff,
Okay.
and with the music on, and I'm like, yeah.
Do you have AirPods or headphones?
AirPods.
Okay.
But still, I lost one, but I still got the.
You know what?
I'm like, yeah,
And are you wearing one strap for your backpack, two straps?
two
Or is it
straps, but
tote?
I'm like, the drip is going hard, you know.
Oh,
So I'm
okay.
like, okay, everyone's looking at me. I'm the main character.
Yeah.
I've been meaning to ask. Do you think like as like college students we should be upgrading to like the tote bag over the shoulder?
That's what
I
I did.
think
Dude,
so.
I
That's
did
what I
that,
did.
and
That's
I
so.
hurt my shoulder.
No, the
Like,
thing
it's
is-
That's why
like
I switch
lopsided.
throughout the day. I switch.
No.
I start with the right side. When it starts to ache, put it on the
No.
left.
Are we ever like diagonal? Satchel? Satchel?
Wait.
The art students do that a lot, though.
Yeah.
No,
Art
but
students.
wait. Tell you're a nursing student and you see the bitches coming out with Go Yard bags.
What?
No, I do the
Ooh.
North Face.
But it's either North Face or
Yeah.
those specific scrub brands or whatever Lululemon bags, puffy little
Yeah,
bags
they
for your
got many,
laptops.
so-
Or if you're official and already got your job lined up, you got the Go Yard
Yeah,
bag.
yeah. I don't got it like that, so
Damn.
I got
It's
the
hard to be
old.
mysterious when you got a Go Yard on you.
I got the old Jansport.
Yeah. Jansport,
I know. I love the Jansport.
Jansport.
humble beginnings.
Jansport's in the comments
The
section.
OG.
Black one? Black one?
Nah, the burgundy one.
Trying
to be unique.
Hey, if you know, you know. If you know, you know. Black
yeah,
one. Black
trying to
one.
be unique about it. Right.
Okay, guys. Now let's move on to the real questions.
Some real tea. Real tea, guys.
All you, Sammy.
Okay. I was gonna start off with what's the most embarrassing thing you have done in front of your crushes? Who's gonna say it? Who's gonna take the mic?
Let me just prelude. I
High
am.
school, middle school, any. Go ahead, sorry.
Oh no. That's,
No, that's it.
what were you
That's
saying?
it,
You
that's
said
it.
high school, middle school,
Elementary,
college, in the workplace.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
Okay, I'll go first because I have a good one.
Yeah, tell me
Okay.
about it.
In high school, I was.
Wait, hold on.
Oh.
Paint the whole picture now. Paint the whole picture. Paint the whole picture.
Okay. Junior year of high school.
Okay.
Was it the summer? Summer?
No, this is during
Summer
school.
loving.
It was probably a weekend. And I really liked this guy. And we've been going out for a little bit. And there's this grocery store where I'm from called Briar Patch. It's like a big hippie grocery store.
If you know, you know. If you know, you
Yeah.
know.
And you're not a granola.
I know.
Hey, yo.
Hey, granola in the comment section.
Anyways,
Granola.
moving on.
Nature Valley sponsor us.
We're walking out of the store, and mind you, this is like a fresh thing, right?
Mhm.
So, and I don't know my cars. I don't know. I'm not a car person. I don't know what types of cars there are. I don't know the names, the make, the model, like
Year, nothing.
nothing. All I know is that this guy had a gray car, and so we're walking out of the grocery store, and then he like kind of goes in front of me, and I open the door to his car, and there's a kid sitting in the back of his car, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then the kid is like, hey, close the door. I close the door and I look, and then the guy was looking back at me. He's like, what the fuck are you doing? That's not my car. The wrong car.
That's so
It
fun.
was so embarrassing.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. I feel like that would only happen to you. That would only happen to you. You.
No, yeah. So I think I'm like trying to envision myself doing it.
Yeah. Dang. You said embarrassing. I probably don't have like an embarrassing, but I definitely have like some.
Can
like,
it be crush or significant other?
Either way.
Yeah.
Either
Yeah.
way,
Your
yeah.
significant other should be your crush.
Yeah, on some weird stuff. Yeah, I probably would like. I would say okay. So like, I'm dating this one girl right now. Shout out, if you know, you know. But I remember before we were even talking, like I would like go through her highlights and like try to like see what kind of girl she was, and then like from her highlights, I would go and like try to find like her Pinterest board and all that.
Pinterest
That's
board is crazy.
Hey.
I think like Facebook, finding the Facebook,
Yeah.
Instagram, Twitter first, but Pinterest board is like
board.
you looking for
Honestly,
that girl's entire vibe.
Yeah.
Hey, the dudes who know, they know. As the only dude in the at the table right now, I feel like I'm holding a lot of weight right now.
We're getting the inside scoop then.
I feel like I'm holding a lot of weight right now, guys. So I don't know if I'm like sharing too much in the guy code, you know. But Pinterest boards for sure. And then I remember the first link, or not link up. I feel like that's like a very negative connotation. But first date.
Yeah.
I played this one song by the Smiths, and like I knew like
I love the Smiths.
No, the Smiths. The Smiths. Look at this. You guys don't even know, but you guys don't even know the main.
Tell us.
The main singer.
Mm-hmm.
You guys know the main singer? Morrissey. So that's who. So Morrissey is like the main singer of the Smiths, and then I was just like, oh, brother, what you know about this song? And it was like a song from her highlight. You know what I mean?
You pulled.
So it was like one of those, right?
Little
One
did
of
she know, I
those.
found her song 457
Did you
weeks
tell her?
ago
Did you
on
tell
her
her?
highlights.
Nah, I didn't tell
Nah,
her.
you
I
still-
didn't tell her.
she still
Wait,
doesn't know.
Now she's
Hey,
gonna
hey,
know.
she knows she
Now
knows.
she
She knows she knows. She knows.
That's crazy.
But you pulled
though.
that. What's embarrassing about that?
I said I don't really got nothing embarrassing. It was just much more like some like
The lore behind
Crazy.
it.
yeah, just like some
Exactly.
lore. Yeah, just some lore.
You?
Okay, something like psychotic, not psychotic, but like a
Uh,
little embarrassing on my part.
like talk about like your Joe from You stories.
Huh?
You ever seen that one? No. Like Joe
You
from
don't
You.
watch you?
No, oh no, like
Like on some like stalker like.
like not on stalker shit, but like.
Hey, it's found.
But,
It's found. It's found. It's found.
But anyways, when I was in high school, I used to have this guy that I liked and stuff. So I would like figure out his whole schedule through his friends, and then I would have like class the other way. But like first 3 days of school, I'll figure out like what time, where exactly he goes, and then I would walk past. Just so he can see me every time.
Just for like the eye contact, like just for eye contact though, just for the eye contact.
And like he would also talk to me and be like, hey, you know, we'll say hi to each other every time we pass. And then I would like, even after like lunch break and stuff, I would try to like run as fast as possible to his like class. Even though my class was like
To even have the chance of running into him.
Yeah.
Dang.
That was me. But that's it.
Oh my
Nothing crazy.
Dude, my embarrassing thing was with my significant other. I think I told you recently that we worked. We were coming back from a Giants game, and he fell asleep. I was driving. Damn.
No bless you. No bless you. No bless you. Oh, thank you.
Bless you.
Oh my
Bless
God.
you. Okay, so he's drunk, and I decided to drive. So he's drunk, kind of like in and out of sleep, but he's sleeping. So I'm like, I'm gonna go ahead and drive for us, going home. And I'm already coming off the drunk already. I had drank a lot of water, but I was still just like, I was vibing a lot more than I should have. And there's this rap song playing, and me thinking he's asleep. Like, I'm so in tune. Mind you, the drive from SF to San Jose is like maybe an hour at night. So I'm listening to the song, and I'm just so in tune to this song. Like, my head is bobbing back and forth. Like, my head is not even like simple, like just nod in your head. No, it was a full like I was.
She told me about it. Yeah.
It was with my chest.
She was like, grab into it.
You're coming like this, like
No, like hard,
with
like,
a stank face, with the stank face.
like down here with the stank face. Like
Stank face.
I'm into that rap song, and it was not necessary for that song at all. But I'm like, all right, this song's good. Like I'm feeling myself. Like I'm driving. And I turn to my right to just check on him because he's sleeping. He's staring straight fucking at me, wide awake, smiling, because he's never seen me be this giddy or dance or
maybe
like.
that's sweet.
It's not sweet when you're bobbing your head like 90-degree angle at this hip hop song that does not need it for 1 single second. Like, I swear to God, it was like Low Shimmy or Babyface Ray. I'll play the song for you guys after, but it was literally your fucking head like bobbing like at a crazy fucking degree and angle. And I got so embarrassed because he was watching me. And never again.
It happens.
It happens.
I was just bobbing my head way too much for a song that was not necessary.
You guys listen to rave music like EDM?
Negative.
No?
Some of it. I don't know the artist well enough, but
You've never been to like a rave?
I just went to go see Calvin Harris.
Oh, how was
at
that?
the
Tell us about it.
Chainsmokers. It was really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, but I went twice. It was just not my vibe. Well, I don't know what it was. Like, I couldn't forcefully, like, move.
It was like listening to Skrillex. Okay, headbanging. I was headbanging to fucking a rap song that was too slow to even be, but I was feeling it really bad.
No, the songs, like, the music was really good, but I just couldn't make myself, like, headbang.
Yeah.
Like, go and be like, yeah, guys.
Yeah, I feel like you just have to be drunk as fuck.
Yeah.
Or like on something.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, so I was
Maybe
hella
that's
happy, being vulnerable, thinking he was asleep. When I turned around, wide open eyes, looking at me. It was so bad.
Honestly, speaking for the boys, like you probably like enjoyed that like way more than you probably thought it was like embarrassing.
No, it was so like gross.
But like I'm just saying, like from a dude's perspective, like that's probably like he was like, oh, bro, like what the heck, like this is like a new, this is a new side, you know what I mean? Like
his POV.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like you just.
I just got so nervous. Like, imagine dancing the craziest that you've ever danced, and they catch you. Like you sing in the shower, you dancing in the shower, and they're actually secretly watching.
Like as a dude though, like I feel like that's like, bro, like
find it cute.
Yeah, as a dude, like.
Well, to this day, I don't bring it up if he remembers it or not, because I just don't even want to bring up that memory again. Even if there's like a smidge left there in his brain, I don't want it brought up. I'm so scared.
That's funny. Anything else? Any embarrassing stories? None? Okay. Let's move on then. Move on to more spicy. Not spicy. But like, let's move on.
Is it like hot ones? It's like hot ones that like progressively gets
Hot ones.
Alright.
Okay. What's the pettiest reason you have to stop talking to someone?
Pettiest reason? Like, are we talking about like in the context of a relationship or like
Any. Like friendship wise. Relationship. Or like a dude
I gotta think about this.
Or like girl you were talking to.
I don't think. Oh, actually, I don't know if it's petty or not. So I had this guy who had a crazy crush on me. Like I had only seen him maybe a handful of times throughout the entire year. And one night he confessed to me that he was madly in love with me for the past year, and it was like secret, and he was drunk and admitting it to me. But to me, because I had only met him a handful of times, I was like, you're literally infatuated with the idea of me only. Online perception, what I put online, like that's the idea that you like. You haven't even gotten to know me one-on-one. And he like admitted that he liked me, and my cringy ass, it was like in high school, so I was like, did you really mean what you said last night? And he he was like,
this is not like
stop. He was yeah. And he was like, yeah, like I did. And I was like, well, what do you like about me? You really are only infatuated with the idea of me, not really me. And he goes, well, you're pretty, I guess. I don't know if that's okay. I don't think it's petty. Exactly. I don't think it's petty. But as soon as he said that, I fucking disregarded even the fact that he told me he liked me, and I left him on red, never talked to him again.
That's valid.
But I thought like it was petty in a sense, because this guy like took so long to admit to me that he loved me.
He gave you the ick.
It was partial ick, but also like, how are you gonna tell me I guess?
Yeah.
But it's also like, I feel bad because it probably took a lot for him to say that.
Dude,
and I did just see.
I mean, it took him like a whole like he had to be drunk.
He had to be drunk to tell me that, and it was the whole year. So it was like, maybe it was like me being young, or also it's like pretty valid if someone just says I guess. It kind of like invalidates it a little bit, but I did feel like I was petty for that, for never responding again.
Yeah. What about you guys? Have you kind of?
I can't think of a time where I've been like.
I just think petty ones. Like I'll stop talking to him if he doesn't respond to me in 20 minutes. I'll hit the never mind.
Too. One time I was linking up with this dude. This is when I was down bad, and then I was linking up with this dude.
That's like saying respectfully, and then like saying like the most out of pocket like. Valid.
Okay. Anyways, but it was like this dude. He kept hitting me up, but I was in a relationship and stuff, and I ignored him and stuff. But one time I linked up with him because I was like, okay, he's good looking and stuff. I linked up with him, and then we like made out, but like he had stumbles and like
stumble?
Yeah, like.
Wait, what do you call them? Stumbles?
Are you talking about like when his like when his facial hair isn't all connected and stuff?
It's like weird. It like hurts to kiss a guy. You know what I mean?
Just a little rough.
Did he have like what do you call it? Like herpes?
No,
Did he have
he had like a facial hair.
Like
but it was
scruff.
Oh yeah, that's what I said. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was like.
No, I said it's like when like their hair like doesn't connect or anything.
Not that
No,
it's
it's
unconnected. It's just
Oh, it's
scruff.
connected.
It was
So
there.
it's
It was
stuffy.
there.
Oh god.
Yeah,
Like
but
it's
it was
first
like-
growing.
But it was like very weird.
Mhm.
I kissed him and stuff. But it was like I hated it. And then the next day, that night he dropped me off, and then I just stopped talking to him.
Oh my god, you were petty because it was scruff. Like,
Yeah, I was like, I got the ache.
Dang.
oh, I've never
Yeah,
had a
but-
deal breaking.
But I was young, guys. I was only 16 or 17. Yeah, that's it.
Damn.
Kainoa?
I don't know. I feel like you guys are like picking like the wrong guess for this topic. Like I really like.
No,
I'm not really like a petty dude. Like
I'm just
No.
petty. Like, I'm
Like,
just
even
with
with
time
friendship?
responses.
you said, like responsive.
Yeah,
you
like
said?
if he's not responding to me fast enough, I'm petty as fuck. Like, he could be out with family. I'd be like, all right, fuck you. But yeah, I'm just in my zone for like a little 3 minutes, and then I'll get over it. But I'll be petty for that moment.
Nah, I mean, I don't know about you. Like, I really don't be like, even like with friends and stuff too. Like with family, like it's hard for me to even get to that place of like, dang, like F you. You know what I mean? Because I feel like it takes like a lot. Like it has to be like an accumulation of like doing me wrong to like
Not
Yeah.
even
For me to be
like
petty.
a brief moment at all.
like obviously like there's brief moments of like, but I'll say it like in my like what does Theo Von said like in my head, or like if I really gotta get it out, like I'll just write it down. You know what I mean? But yeah, like I don't know. That's for me. Like if I guess like my release is like when I'm like journaling and stuff too. Like nothing's really petty. It's just kind of like like this is what happened today, and like
You're right.
I kind of just like write it down, like just like pray to God about it and stuff. So yeah, yeah. Wrong guess. Wrong guess.
What about you, Olivia?
Dude, I don't really have like a petty reason. Like
Not at all?
it's always something that's like big that I just like can't.
or actually never mind.
No, tell us. Talk to us.
Nah.
Nah, tell us. You
Bro,
started
wanted the
it. Come
spotlight so
on.
bad.
No, I feel like okay. Well, I think it's just because like we all work together. So like everyone obviously like when we work together, and like, we work at a coffee shop, so it's usually just like 2 or 3 people like working at like on the shift. You know what I mean? So it's just kind of like we get to know each other like outside of just like work in general. You know what I mean? So like in terms of just like pettiness, I feel like Olivia's probably like the one like she like deserves like she has a reason to be petty towards people, but like I feel like she doesn't, you know what I mean? Just because like I don't know, I feel like it's just like not in her nature or something like that. But it's also like I get it too, just because like it's not in my nature to be like I like F you, you know what I mean? So it's just kind of like I don't know, like I guess like working with her and stuff, like it's I don't know, like it's hard to be petty. Does that make sense? Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Alright. You wanna ask another question?
F me, bro. No, I was kidding. It was so awkward. It was just too silent. It was too silent for me, bro. I just can't see the silence. I can't see the silence. So it's just kind of like, damn, bro. Like,
Alright. Alright, this is a crazy one.
take your time.
Hot ones, for real. Alright, if you had to pick, would you rather accidentally send a risky text to your boss or your mom?
My boss.
A
As a
risky
president, bro. My boss.
Wait, what kind of risk?
well, I'm talking about like
My
what are you
boss.
talking
No,
about?
boss.
Just like finally.
I know, bro.
I've been trying to find you for a minute. I've been trying to get a hold of you for a minute.
Sorry, boss. I
I'm
dropped
so
the beans.
sorry.
Dropped the beans.
Drop the beans is crazy. So
I got out too late.
But you think-
Yeah,
I clocked in too early.
Well, honestly, my mom's pretty chill, so maybe. I mean,
Mom.
depends what the text is.
My mom also doesn't speak
When you say
English.
risky, like, bro, like, is that
say,
sexual?
Like 2
Like,
a.m. You're like, I'm trying to see you right now. Like,
oh, so like you're talking about like in
freaky.
context.
Can
Oh,
you come over?
like a freaky text, like a
A
freaky
freaky
text.
a nude. No, what about a nude? Would you say?
That'd be crazy.
Like my source of income, or like my family.
Yeah, you come in next morning.
I'm so serious. I would rather my boss see me naked than my mom. I don't know why.
Really?
Well, because my mom is a really strict Mexican. Like, oh my God, TMI. I'm sorry, but she found old lingerie piece that I had bought at Victoria's Secret, and I forgot it. It was like in my trunk for so long. I hadn't even worn it. Like, it was something I forgot about, but it was mixed with my beach blankets that I had back there. And I took them to wash in the house, and I brought them out, and it fell on the floor, and my mom was like, "You're being a freak." Like, you're getting your freak on. Like, you're fucking crazy. Like, they blow up over birth control. Like, if you have a straight Mexican mom, like, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
What did she say in Spanish?
In Spanish
What
was
did she say in
like,
Spanish?
well, like, to say someone's like horny, she'll be like caliente. Like, you're so focused on being caliente like, all the time. Like, you think you're forever gonna be that, and it's just like it's just crazy talking to a Mexican mom about it. So for her to see like a freaky pig, like, I'd rather have my boss see it. I won't clock into that day she ever sees it, but
Bruh.
She won't get a hold of me
after that. But I'd rather her see it and her be like, "Oh, she a freak," than my mom be like, "Oh, she a
You think
freak."
she would show it too? Okay. What about you guys? Kainoa? What do you?
My mom.
Mom?
Yeah.
You're chill with your mom.
Yeah.
Like nudes, you would say?
Ew, I don't know.
What would you be okay? Anything?
Like, if it was like a text that was like,
I'm
"Come
talking
over now" or something. My mom for sure.
Makes
Like,
sense.
come over now.
Yeah.
Oh, as in like, honestly,
So,
I'm trying to think. Yeah, probably the boss, but I probably couldn't. Or I don't know.
this is a tough question.
It's a tough question because I'm in right standing with the boss right now. You know what I mean? Like, with all due respect,
Yeah,
but
I
like,
think I am too.
you know what I mean? It's the openers. It's
Yeah.
the openers. If you know, you know.
opener too now. Thank you.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Oh no, weekends. I'm trying to think. Probably my boss. Probably my boss. No context. Just my
I
boss.
feel like nudes.
Nudes probably my
mom.
like you said
Yeah.
your mom. I'd say
Yeah.
my brother because I feel like he'd be on.
That's not
Oh, okay, never mind.
Come on.
Well, I feel like he would gas me up, you know. He'd be like,
Hey, you got that.
Like, hey. But nudes.
It's like game recognize a game.
Bro, you're done.
I need to go to the bathroom actually.
Kainoa, did you flush?
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. We just came back from bathroom break.
Potty break.
But we're back.
It was a potty party.
Anyways, moving on. Last question for this segment. What's something you have done that looked way cooler in your head than in real life? Sorry.
Honestly, I feel like I have a lot of these moments. Like,
I know. I feel like
She asked this question on purpose for me.
Yes,
Yeah, I know she
I
did.
think you do.
Because I feel like I will speak anything that comes to my mind. You know what I mean? But like, honestly, like when I
like the
if we're talking
moment,
about like if we're talking about like home runs, when I make contact, I feel like it's a home run. You know what I mean? But like when I miss hard. You know what I mean? So I'm just kind of like.
He lets everyone know that he missed too.
You know, I'm just
Alright, guys.
you know what I mean? Like I don't know, in the context of just like if I'm trying to chop it up with the customers, for example, you know what I mean, and like they don't hear me, I'll say it again. You know what I mean? But like I'll keep trying to sleep, but like sometimes they just don't hear me, bro. Like they just don't hear me, bro. You know what I mean? So I just be like, I'll just take the loss. You know what I mean? So I don't know. The question was like what's something that you felt was like hella cool, but like
in
it
your
just
head,
wasn't
but it doesn't come out in real life as cool as you
as
want
cool.
it to.
Yeah, I feel like I just have a lot of those
The
moments. Where,
humor.
probably just like humor wise, yeah. Like when I'm trying to land a joke and it just doesn't. It just goes like, or like it's like boom.
Yeah, it's like a roller coaster. You have us, then it's like too much, and then it's like, oh.
Yeah, something like
What
that.
about you?
Alright, guys, like we're not gonna talk about the hiccup monster. We're gonna talk about the hiccup.
Sorry.
Alright, bro.
Drink some water.
I feel like this episode, like everyone's gonna hate me.
Why? Don't hate him, guys.
No, I'm serious, bro. Like, bro.
Dude, I feel like there's things that I do that like I think are cool. Like if I'm like sometimes I just do. Okay, sometimes I'll just do like basic human things throughout the day. And or like if I'm making pancakes and I flip a pancake and I'm like, holy shit, that was so cool. Like I did like a double flip or something.
Yeah.
But like, or if I drop my reflexes, because I'm super clumsy. So if I drop something and I'll like catch it real fast, like y'all see me at work. I be spilling everything, especially you, Sammy. Sammy on her break.
On my break.
No, I spill like half the store.
She'll look at me side eye.
She's always catching.
And I'm like dead ass staring at her.
Some things I'll catch and I'm like, oh shit, that was so cool.
Yeah.
But like in reality, was it?
Yeah. I always compliment you on that too. I was like, that was cool. Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. Valid. I feel like I'm like the only one being vulnerable right now.
Okay, Sammy.
Oh, me?
I so feel like I'm gonna hiccup. Okay, my most embarrassing thing. Honestly, the first thing that came to mind is anything because I'm always doing it slouching. So, like right now, like
you got that groove, like that groove. You know how grooves like this?
That's uncommon, to be honest.
That's crazy.
We're not being vulnerable no more. We can't be vulnerable. We can't be vulnerable. Alright.
I can be stamping cups. I can be making coffee. I can be shopping, thinking I'm mysterious. But it's always with the slouch.
It happens.
But just a little heads up, I did buy a fucking waist trainer. Okay. I'm about to go from 25-inch waist to 23 with a back straight posture. Okay, because I bought the little back supporting one. So when you guys see me standing straight and tall, I am gonna look cool. Right now, it's on the come up.
No, girl, me too. I feel like I slouch a lot too.
I do, but it's like, it's not even my back, it's my head. I feel like my head.
So you put your head first? Do you?
Motherfucker thinks I'm Gru over here. So, yeah, whatever you think Gru looks like.
When you take a bite of food, do you put?
What was I doing today? I changed it. I brought the food to me.
Okay.
Oh, you've been thinking.
I've been thinking about it.
I usually just like tilt my head like.
Have you seen that? That's a male
Like,
thing.
you know what I mean?
The what?
That it's a male thing.
To
What,
tell?
to tilt your
No,
head?
to bring yourself to the food versus bring the food
see,
to
I
you.
feel like when I have
Why
my
is
plate,
it
I like
a
eat
man?
over it. Like I lean forward. to eat
Yeah. Why is it a man thing?
I don't know if it's a man thing.
Tell us.
I don't know. I'm trying to pick up what you guys are putting down, but it's going too fast for me. But keep talking. I'm like, I'll catch up.
Basically, I think I look cool all the time, except when I'm aware that I have a fucking slouch on my back.
You catch yourself?
Yes,
See,
I'll
I've never
catch
noticed
myself.
your slouch before.
You don't get, because I'm very nonchalant about it. People have
She'll
told me
catch
too.
herself.
No, I've had people who like I tell about it that I'm insecure about it, and they'll say you make it look natural, but it shouldn't be natural knowing that I have a slouch on my back. So I'm aware of it, so I'm trying to change it.
I see.
Okay, but yeah, I think I look cool all the time, except when I have that damn slouch.
But you catch yourself.
Hey, but it's on the come up, changing soon.
Changing soon.
Just clap it up, y'all.
Thank you.
Hey, yo!
Call me Gru over there.
You guys didn't hear me clap it up? You guys didn't hear me clap it up?
Call me Gru. Expect Notre Dame at this point.
Come on, hey, come on.
I saw it and chose to ignore it.
What?
You throwing it back?
No, we were just clapping it up.
You You said let's clap and throw it back. I saw.
We were clapping it up.
I didn't want to comment on it.
Alright, okay.
Okay, anyways, I think when I feel like in my head, my fits go crazy, but when I put it on, it's like not it. I think that's when. No. No.
See, bro? See, like, bro, I'm gonna start treating you guys how you guys treat me, bro. Like, I'm gonna start treating you guys how you treat me, bro. Like, I'm serious, bro.
No, but I think all your fits go crazy.
No, that's what I think in my head.
But
in real life, it's like basic girl, like friend.
you know when you see
And I'm dressed. I'm like, hey.
when you see people with like a super cool fit on, and then you try to like recreate something similar, and you put it on, you're like, why don't I look like that?
Yeah, exactly.
That's how I feel about people with headscarves. Like, whenever I see people like with headscarves, I'm like, bro, they got it on.
Like a pashmina or a headscarf?
Wait. Okay. Am I being?
Oh, sorry.
I feel like I'm like teeter-tottering like the
When
line
you
right
see at
now.
a rave and you're like very in your own self.
Yeah,
like, have
okay.
the full head wrap, scarf type.
Yeah, I'm not talking
Or
about
like the
The
satin
bandana.
silk.
bandana too, like the silk too.
Okay, now we are moving on. If you thought those questions were deep, now we're getting real deep.
I'm scared.
So we all know
What's
that.
it called? Oh my bad. Sorry. Yap it out.
Yap it
Yap it out. Yap it
out.
out.
It's time to.
We all know that we need to grow. And everyone, the question started.
Oh, sorry.
We all know we need to grow in our relationships, but how much change is too much change when you're in a relationship? Like, what's too much change for yourself? Like, how much can you go beyond who you really are instead of to where it becomes, instead of growth, now it's just like changing to where it's not even you anymore.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I feel like that has to do with what I was talking to you guys about earlier.
Tell
Of
us.
like,
Inform
I
the
don't think
viewers,
it's so
inform
much
the
about
viewers,
who you are, who you're becoming, but it's also like who you once were. How much did you change from the person you once were before you got into the relationship?
Yeah, you have to
with them?
realize it
Yeah.
yourself. No one's gonna
Like, how
tell
much
you.
is too much is the point where you don't even recognize yourself anymore.
Yeah.
And the people around you.
No, I'm trying to be serious. No, like this is like the real, like this is
Like
the real
this
stuff.
is like
This is the real
deep
stuff.
dive. Deep
This
dive.
is the real stuff, but like, I'm sorry, Twin. No, I'm sorry. I'm actually trying to be serious too, but like, this is my coping mechanism.
That's how you cope or what?
Yeah, it's my
that's how
coping
you cope,
mechanism.
guys.
When it gets to the point that you don't recognize yourself or others don't recognize yourself, that's when you know it's too much.
Yeah.
Because I feel like so many people isolate themselves when they're in a relationship. What's so fucking funny?
I'm
Share with the
trying.
class.
I'm trying, bro. No, I'm trying, bro. You said like when you're like in a relationship.
When you're in a relationship, people start to notice, or like even the fact that you yourself notice that you're not friends with the same people you used to be friends with. You stop being friends with all your girls. You kind of isolate yourself with just the guys, or vice versa. A guy who's with the girl, you drop all your girlfriends, and it's the same. The moment you realize that you've distanced yourself that far from having a proper relationship with yourself and genuinely just the people in your life that are there, with also seeing yourself not be the same person you once were with them in the current state. I don't know if that makes sense.
No,
but
that makes
basically,
sense. Like,
Yeah.
you've
like-
lost yourself. You don't see
Yeah.
yourself. You don't see yourself being as laughy anymore, any giddy anymore, or like more loose like you were before. You're more strict on certain things, and I think it's important to have boundaries. I definitely think there's a certain extent that it has to go to, but it's also like to the point where you don't recognize yourself, or like those little personality traits you once had that are like silly and don't have any cruel intention behind them are gone. It's like you lost yourself in that
you
relationship.
lost your spark. kind
Yeah.
of deal. Yeah. In my last relationship, I feel like I relied on his like opinion so much. Like, I only cared about his opinion, what he did and stuff. So I dropped all my friends and stuff, which was like bad on my part. So I didn't talk to any of my friends, like girl homies, at all. And then later they called me out for it. They were like, "Oh, like you like lost us in your relationship. I don't know if he's in the wrong or like anything, but
Like if he's the one that made you, or it was your
but
own."
yeah, later on, guys, he ended up cheating on me, so it wasn't not worth it.
I feel like it's a common thing though. A lot of girls, even the girls that I go to school with right now,
Yeah.
they're constantly telling me like they gravitate towards me because I'm also a type of person that's very my man.
Yeah.
But even through hearing them talk, sometimes I take a step back and I'm like, wait, where are your girlfriends? Or
Yeah.
where are
like
the
those
other
girls
outside? Yeah,
with
where
like
the outside
all
people?
boy, like only boy friends, like all boys homie only. Like they couldn't be friends with like any girl homies.
Hey, talk your talk.
You know what I mean? I feel like those girls are like.
Yeah, so
kinda
it's like
yeah.
sometimes I hear them from a third perspective. I'm like, wait, is that what I fucking sound like? Like, that actually sounds insane. Like, all you do is spend time with your boyfriend. You don't have time for yourself. You don't have time to figure out who you are anymore. It's like when you become one with the person you're with. I think there does come a point, like when you're in marriage and you're having a family and kids, it's important to be very synced in with that person. But it's also like when you're in a relationship right now in our current present time where we're like 20, 21, 19, 22, being so in sync with the person isn't what we should be doing yet. we're still trying to figure out who we are as a person. So I feel like the moment you let their lives become yours, or you're so consumed with only one person, or it's also to the point where you don't recognize yourself to who you used to be, and like in the childish sense of like, not childish, but I want to say like innocence of like everything that you're doing isn't to betray your partner, but it's to have fun for yourself. Of course, respecting your partner's boundaries and the relationship boundaries, but being able to like explore life and be independent in that sense too. If you don't have that anymore, I feel like that's when change is too much.
Preach.
Yeah. And it's crazy to see like when you go through that, you get out of it, and then you see people going through the same things. It's like all the signs, what they're going through, and it's like, but there's only so much you can say.
Yeah, you can't help them. They can only help themselves. Yeah, basically. Yeah.
But you can see that change coming. You can see it.
The signs are there.
Hopefully.
Yeah. From outside perspective, you can realize it, but deep down yourself, when it's that moment of like, you don't feel like the person you used to be, and you miss that, or like you miss, like I said, the innocence of being able to laugh at dumb shit, or being like not being so uptight. Of course, like I said, keeping the boundaries, I think that's super important, but also like when it comes to just being who you are and certain pieces of that are gone, that's when it's too much.
Yeah, I think I'm doing good with this, my new relationship, with that, like with boundaries and stuff from like my past self, like past relationship, where I didn't like have any boundaries, or like I'll just like keep it to myself, and like only rely emotionally and everything to him only, and he would like go out, hang out with his friends, but I didn't want to go hang out with my friends, because I was like, oh, he's the only one that will like understand me, he's the only one like who will treat me better than anyone else.
You're brainwashing yourself though.
Yeah, that's what I was doing in my last relationship. But new relationship, I'd be going out, still enjoying my life.
Yeah, it's like still enjoying those pieces of yourself.
Yeah, and still coming back to him and talking to him.
You can still be like a girly girl with him, and like in the sense of like hoping that they like you and you're attractive, and you're pleasing them in that sense, but also like, are you pleasing yourself for you? Are you hanging around your girlfriends and like getting ready as girls with them?
Yeah, definitely. I agree.
Kainoa? How much change is too much change?
You've been quiet.
I'm just well, I guess like, okay, well, I'm in a relationship, but I guess like one thing that like I'm like learning is just like learning how to like listen and like not really like barge in like when the other person is talking. You know what I mean? Because I feel like as like men, like we also too like we like, for example, like there's like so many instances like where I just want to like cut off and just like give you guys like the men point of view. You know what I mean? But like it's also too like understanding like girls are wired differently. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like knowing that like, okay, like for men, for example, like we want solution, where like you guys just want to be heard. You know what I mean? Where it's just like kind of like, well, correct me if I'm wrong.
Guys
you know
are
what I
like
mean?
too logical for us.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like where it's just kind of like, okay, like after a long day, like you kind of just want to explain like what went wrong. You know what I mean? Or like what, like how your day was, but like we're automatically thinking like, okay, why was it like that? Why was it, you know what I mean? And like how can we solve that like for next time? Kind of thing. So like that's like why like I guess, or like I'm trying to utilize like how to like listen to like like in my relationship too, but also to like in like all my like for my coworkers, and also to like for my friends, and like for everyone that like I'm trying to like talk to, or like just like listen, I guess.
But do you think that's change in yourself?
I would say that's like something that I learned actually, like just being in a relationship.
Yeah.
I think in change, I think you should first like,
how much change is too much change for yourself?
Yeah, that's the question.
I think fair. I think being in, okay, so going into the relationship, you should already like be secure in yourself first. And like knowing that like, okay, like I know who I am outside of another person's opinion. Correct me, you know what I mean? Amen. And then also to like on top of that, like when you go into a relationship, like can we all agree that like the reason why we date is to marry?
Yeah.
If anyone's like objections, where like if you guys do come together, it's to elevate. So it's like when you guys come together, it's like to elevate each other. You know what I mean? And like I guess like where the change comes from, like after listening to you guys, is just like learning what boundaries I can step in and like what boundaries like I can't cross. You know what I mean? And like I feel like I'm doing a pretty good job in like just establishing and also to like respecting just boundaries in general with my partner, and like knowing that like, okay, like we're both unique in ourselves, but like when we do come together, like we're both elevating each other, and you know what I mean, and just like stuff like that.
It's like you're helping each other grow.
Exactly.
Like I feel like there's a difference between change and growth. Right. And like change can be bad, but growth
sometimes,
can always be good. Yeah.
I feel like change. Like there has to be, in order for growth to happen, like there has to be change. Though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But change is the one I feel like that can like.
It could be good or bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's
good.
really
Growth,
that's
regardless.
fine,
Growth, good or bad.
Growth is
it's
change.
growth.
Yeah.
Regardless, but change, it could either be good or bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on to the next question. Do you believe in second chances, or is one enough for you?
Oh my god, Olivia needs to start. Okay, Olivia should answer the question about do you believe in second chances, or is one enough for you?
Yeah. What do you think?
I actually do believe in second chances, but I think it depends on your personal preferences and the situation, for sure. Because I went through something recently. Everyone knows about it here, but maybe I'll share a little bit of it. I had been dating someone for a couple years, and this person made some bad choices, some very, very, very bad choices.
Yeah.
And it was kind of up to me of whether I stayed or I left.
Get out of it.
And I had never experienced something like this. Mm-hmm. And when I see this happen in other relationships, it's like, why would just leave, bro? Like, why would you not just leave?
Mm-hmm. Right. That's hard.
But when you're in it, it's totally different, especially when you're in love with this person.
Yeah, and been there.
Yeah. And I decided that maybe I should try a second chance. You know, like the way that we built our relationship was very healthy and trustful, but that trust had been broken. But I feel like all the positives had almost not made up for what had happened, but almost balanced it out. So it was hard to it was a hard decision, but I decided to keep trying the relationship. But in the end, I felt like I was going crazy. Like I couldn't do it. Yeah. But I could understand how people could do it again, you know? Yeah. But it's literally all about your personal preferences. And it's like, some people would be like this is a big no, like I could never do this. But I understand how people are like,
you saw the both sides.
Yeah, I got to see both sides. Yeah. But,
for me, well, me personally, call it the Delulu or whatever. Yes, I'll take a person back. Second chances, third time, maybe a fourth.
If you're in love with them, I get it.
But I mean, that also has to do with a lot of trauma bonding and a lot of soul ties. But I recently had actually a relative, a cousin of mine. She had never had a boyfriend in her entire life. She is 22 or 23, and this was her first relationship. And this guy basically had to show it and pave his way to even become her boyfriend. And she blamed herself a lot when they had broken up, because she was like, I can't even say it was my fault or his fault, because I made him work for it and I made him come up to this point where he was worthy of being my boyfriend. But basically, he had, whether it was physically, emotionally or not, he had cheated on her and lied about it. And this cousin, because she had gone so long without even having a boyfriend, when it came to breaking up, of course she was so independent and ready to be like, all right, let's cut it off. And from my perspective, I remember telling her, she had the perspective of me and my sister, who has been through multiple relationships and cheating and dealing with way too many different guys. She told my cousin, you need to be done with it, say it's done, cut it off now, move on to the next. And for me, who has dealt with someone who accepts, or being someone who constantly accepts the person back and forth, I gave it my perspective. I wouldn't blame you if you went back to him for a second time, because I do believe that people can fuck up once, and maybe it genuinely is the big epiphany of no girl ever deserves to go through this shit again, or no significant partner has to go through the shit that I'm putting them through. So it's fair to for that one time to be their fuck up and then realize it and change completely. It's a fair chance to bet on, because some people genuinely just need that one fuck up to realize something, and it's fair to go back and give them that second chance. But it's also like when you move on and you take them back, are you going to bring up the same problem over and over again? I feel like that's the big deal breaker. It's like
when
as
you
a
have arguments.
when you have arguments, are you going to be the type of person who brings it up over and over again? Because as a girl or whatever gender you are that's going through it, you're going to constantly bring it back up. You're going to get reminded of it if you go back into the relationship as soon as it happens. So you're going to want to bring it up, almost like literally anger, like bringing it up whenever, or just like finding an excuse to mention it. You're going to want to bring it up. So it's like, do you believe in second chances? Yes, but it's also like, how much are you willing to put forth into that effort, or how much effort are you willing to put in to that second chance? And I feel like it goes for both parties. Like,
Yeah, I feel like the relationship won't be the same. The girl is always gonna either or. Like the guy who's getting cheated on or anything, he's gonna always have a doubt. But if like girls getting cheated on too, like she's always gonna have a doubt, and her like
there's always that doubt and reasoning. There's always going to be that fight. A guy could be like,
still together,
or the person could be like, they cheat on me, or I cheated on them. Now they might have an opening to cheat on me just to get back.
Yeah. Right. So both of them are always gonna like, think
or
about it.
Or they take me back, but they might bring it up every second. And are we going to get past this or keep talking about it?
Yeah, definitely.
Or it's just, I feel like I genuinely, in the question itself, I do believe in second chances. Some people could have that epiphany of like, this is my one deal. I never want to make someone feel like this again. And you move forward.
Yeah.
But there's also people who are very like independent, and they know their mind, and they know that they're gonna have issues dealing with it and trying to navigate through it. So it might be their one and done. But I personally do believe in second chances.
I know it makes sense.
I think I believe in second chances. But to your guys' point, it was just much more talking about like in the context of like cheating and stuff, and like just like if someone were to do you dirty, like would you, I guess, like kind of like get your get back or something like that, you know what I mean? But I guess like I'll go from like the like my definition of just like love, where just like love is patient, love is kind, love does not envy, you know what I mean? And I believe that like once like you guys like just establish your definition of love, and like for me, like with me and my relationship, like we look towards like the Bible and like, oh, what does that say about love, you know what I mean? And like knowing that like if my partner were to cheat on me, then like that's like a boundary that I know I couldn't get past, you know what I mean? But like in terms of like, do I believe in second chances? Yeah, I believe in second chances, but it's like second chances in the sense of like I know like on your worst day, like I know you're probably gonna fail me, you know what I mean? Like I know on my worst day I'm probably gonna fail you, but like understanding that like, okay, like we have our bad days and we have our good days, but like knowing that like we still like love is patient, love is kind, you know what I mean? Like it doesn't envy, you know what I mean? So just like understanding that like at the end of the day, like we have each other's back. I feel like that's like as a man, like I feel like that's like something like I can get behind, like for the girl part, you know what I mean? Like knowing that like my girl has my back, you know what I mean? Like through thick and thin, like that's something that like I know I value as a dude. So just like do I believe in second chances? Like yes, to an extent, but also to like no, like if they were to full on like cheat on me, then like no, because like we already established that to begin with. Like okay, like that's our boundary that like we know like we shouldn't ever cross, you know what I mean?
So you're saying what about like second chances when it comes to like right now isn't the time for us, we're both working independently on ourselves, but in the future we might be ready?
I think in that I think like you kind of answered your question, you know what I mean? Like, it's just much more like, okay, like right now, like it's better for us to be single, just because like I know, like I think like what you're alluding to is just much more like building your career wise, and I think that like that's especially because like we're all in our younger of ages, you know what I mean? That like we're gonna like we're trying to be young and successful, you know what I mean? Like I pray, and like I think that's like why like I think that's why I did this podcast too, because like I see like a lot of like just like young and like just like you guys are all like ambitious too, you know, like just like me too. So it's just kind of like you attract who you are, you know what I mean? So it's like I wouldn't surround myself with people who don't want to be young and successful, you know what I mean? So it's just kind of like but to your point, my bad, sorry, I'm just trying to gas this up right now, y'all. I'm just trying to get but I mean, like you kind of answered it yourself. Like it is better to just be
validated.
You know what I mean? It is just better to be single and like single-minded in the sense of like, we should both pursue our careers, but like if it happens, it happens. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
like God will make a way.
No,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? So-
I guess my question was just more of like how people say like wrong person, right timing, or wrong timing, right person
Yeah.
type stuff.
I
Like,
think that could
does
be
that
a
make
thing.
sense?
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
second chances.
Yeah, I think that happens a lot, like more than we think.
It's just crazy because people. I mean, like, there's a genuine question of like, if it was the right person, it would have been the right time. Like, if it's the right person, regardless of what's
That's what
going
I
on in
think.
your life and what's wrong. I actually saw a video on this too, and it was like, regardless of what's going wrong in your life or what's going right or whatever path you currently have for yourself, sometimes you're willing to go in the wrong way for the right person. So it's not necessarily the wrong person, it's just kind of a longer path to where you had initially envisioned. To what you had initially envisioned.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like to that point though, like I would rebuttal like when you're just like single though, like do you know yourself enough to like know that okay, like if that person is like kind of like just putting like a bump in the road, you know what I mean?
That too. It's like, is it
It's
a bump
like-
in the road? Is it an obstacle, or is it something like that's willing to, I don't know, happen or occur?
You know what I mean? So like
Blossom.
it's just kind of like all right, like that's like where like the faith part comes in. You know what I mean? Like all right, like am I gonna take a step of faith and like pursue this, or am I gonna like when I was single, like my visions of like what I wanted to do, am I gonna let that come to pass?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just kind of like stuff like that.
Okay.
Sorry, I zoned out. Could you repeat that? I'm sorry.
Dang, I forgot what I said.
You're just gonna have to rewatch it, Sammy.
I'm sorry.
So
Damn, twin. Like,
I'm so sorry.
now I know how you really feel. Yeah,
I heard you. I heard you.
okay, guys, okay, guys.
I'm so sorry. No,
All my shifts are with Sammy. by the way.
This episode has been getting pretty long, so I'm gonna end it with one last question. But before we dive into this question, this is a judgment-free zone. Everyone has their preferences, and any answer to this question is totally okay because it is a sensitive subject. It's nothing that crazy.
Alright,
I want everyone to know this is an open space. Everyone has their own different opinions, different views on everything.
Mm-hmm.
Would you personally need to be with someone of the same religion as you?
Oh, that's a deal breaker. This thing. Okay, me personally, all right, my immediate answer is like, me personally, I'm still trying to figure out my faith. I mean, I do believe in Catholicism, and I'm trying to navigate my own journey through that, and believing in a God, believing in spiritual guides, and whatever it may be. But I think each individual's journey with their specific God or whoever it may be is their own personal journey. And to me, I can't blame someone for being curious in their own religion or being open to figuring out their own path. So I think to me, just because I don't even know my own path yet, I don't think I'd judge someone else's yet.
Yeah, it makes sense. I go off of the same thing. Like, I don't know yet,
Yeah.
like, what my faith is and stuff. But my parents are super religious and stuff. But for them, they always tell me, like, oh, marry, like, the same religion. It will just be, like, easier for us and stuff to communicate and easier for you. Because they think, like, I'm, like, the same religion as them and stuff. Because whenever they tell me what to do, I follow it. But I don't know if I have faith in it or not. But I just follow it for them. And then, but they always tell me, like, oh, you should always marry, like, someone who has the same religion as you, just so your life is easier, you know, and you'll see, like, you have the same views and everything, but I also don't know what my views are and stuff yet, so not too sure on that part.
I guess this hits harder for Kainoa then.
Yeah. 'Cause-
Yeah.
I feel like you're the most set on your religion, so
Yeah,
it's
I
like
think
more of a
so,
deeper
too.
question for you.
I feel like as a dude, like I feel like not even I feel like I know that like you're like the head of the house, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like it's on you to kind of like set that standard for you, like your family, but also to like your wife, you know what I mean? And also, I feel like I guess I mean like the Bible, like that's like what I live by, you know what I mean? And you got honestly like I guess like you guys are all like very like you guys are all searching, you know what I mean? And like
Yeah.
that's like good, you know, like you guys are kind of like I don't think it's by coincidence that like I came into your guys' life, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
for like this time, you know what I mean? So it's just kind of like you guys are all like searching and searching and searching, and like I feel like you guys are all like coming to like a place of like I don't know, like I guess like my set path, you know what I mean? And like I can tell you that it's not going to be a dude that comes into your life and it's going to be like, okay, like this is the faith that I follow, you know what I mean? But also to like as an individual, you know what I mean? Like I feel like you should find that out for yourself. And like for me, like, or like not even like for me, like for everyone, like I encourage everyone to just do that, but also to like know that like once you get into a relationship, like it's not always like sunshines and rainbows too, you know what I mean? So like
Definitely.
the religion part kind of like sets the standard of like I like boundaries and like what to live by, sort of say. So like if someone were, I don't know, like Hindu, I probably couldn't do that just because like I know that like she wouldn't
Like have the same values as you?
values and also to boundaries and also to like just fit me as like my rib, you know what I mean? Like the Bible says that like when the woman was created like from the man's rib, and like even like anatomically or physiology wise, like I think men are like like we have like a missing rib that like we just like science can't really explain, you know what I mean? But like for females, like that's like where like I guess the symbolism is just that like we're next to each other, you know what I mean? That like we were created from each other's side, you know what I mean? So it's just kind of like stuff like that.
Just go over that.
My bad.
We can't see you.
Fair.
Okay, go on.
But like nah, I probably couldn't for religion wise, just because like I think it does, not even I think, like I know it creates a standard, and also too it gives us, I think it gives me faith that knowing like as long as like my wife is looking towards God and like I'm looking towards God, then like we're not looking towards each other to like fill each other's needs. Does that make sense? So like it gives us like a,
I feel like it's very different for you because like for me, I feel like I'm always like believing something different. Like every day I wake up and I'm like, maybe it's this, maybe it's that. But for you, you already know what you believe in. Like you're already set. So like knowing what you want and what you believe in, I feel like it would just make sense to have someone who's in the same mindset as you. Whereas for me, it's like if I feel like I'm able to date or be with people outside of my religion, not that I'm religious, but because I don't know too much about it. Like I want to learn more. I want to develop more of like a understanding of. I feel like I don't really know religion too much. Like I don't have understanding of it, and so I think it can also help develop like your own, because religion isn't just necessarily about beliefs. It's about like values and what's right and what's wrong, and like just basically how to be a better person. Like that's what it's set on, how to help you grow. And so I feel like having someone with other ideas than me could be helpful for me, you know?
Right. To that point, like I would say like I wouldn't even consider myself religious, you know what I mean? Like I kind of hate that term, just in a sense of just because more so like when I like take Hinduism or like take Buddha for example, you know what I mean? Like that's like more so like going to the temple and like getting down on your knees and stuff. Like for me, like I have a relationship with God, you know what I mean? It's much more like I journal, but I'm praying and like I'm being intentional of like the words that I put down towards like my heavenly Father, you know what I mean? And like the reason why I say you guys are so close is just like you guys are just very like you guys are.
It's on the verge.
No, you guys are like searching. No, you guys are searching, and like ultimately that's what I had to do. Like, did it help that like I grew up in a Christian household? Yeah, you know what I mean? Because like I knew right from wrong. You know, I'm not saying that like anything else is right and wrong, but I'm just saying that like
you're right from wrong. You're right.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. But like also too like it's. Oh man, like I feel like you guys are just very close into like figuring out who you guys are as an individual too. You know what I mean? Like no one's really gonna know that unless like you tap in with the creator himself. You know what I mean? And like that's like ultimately what it comes down to. You know what I mean? Because like I didn't really know who I was until like I started like figuring out like I've seen like God move in like my family's life, but like screw that, like I've never seen him do it in my life, you know what I mean? So it's just kind of like bro, like whatever, you know what I mean? But like it came to a point where I was just like Lord, like who am I, you know what I mean? Like it kind of came to that point because I was like, dang, like I gotta lead a family one day, like I gotta lead like kids, you know what I mean, and like just seeing like the economic like state economic state of the world, like it's just kind of like dang, like that's a lot of pressure for the boy, you know what I mean. So it's just kind of like I feel like just always like looking towards God, and like I feel like that was like where like my coming to Jesus moment was, just like knowing that like okay, like man may fail me and like my parents may fail me, but like knowing that like I can like just fall back on just like the word of God. Like I feel like that's just something that I can't really explain until you guys like kind of I feel like figure it out too. So
It's just support.
Yeah, and like I mean I would hope like I guess like my lifestyle would kind of like reflect I guess like when you guys like read about just like the words of God and like what Jesus walked out, like I feel like you guys can kind of like resonate some of that with yourself as well too. So yeah,
thanks for opening up about it.
100%, 100 hashtag 100 emoji. Hashtag amen.
100.
Amen.
Gorilla.
Amen.
Gorilla key emoji.
And
Hashtag Yap It Out.
I think that is going to conclude our episode.
Is there anything else you guys wanted to add on? How did you guys feel
I'm
about
excited. Well, one, for starters, I just hate that me and Kainoa were the first ones. I love it and I hate it. Because
fair.
I hope that the people love us more enough.
You
come
take
back.
back. They will come back. They'll want you.
I hope they want us back.
Maybe they're
every
gonna be the
episode.
regulars. The
We'll see.
OGs.
But I like that it was also like a test run for you guys. You guys got to discover what you like, what's going to work out for the next few, and just start it off in general. And I feel like it's a good beginning though, because it's like deep down, who gives a fuck about you guys? It's us.
Yeah.
That's what it's about. It's about yapping it out. It's about yapping.
Yapping it out. Like, we all met each other, happen to be in the Bay. You're from fucking Hayward. You're from fucking Nevada City. The real Bay Area is
Silicon Valley, hey, you know. The real money makers.
But it's like, I don't know, it's just coming together. Same people who came here somehow ended up in the same place for the same reason.
Right.
And we're all doing what we have to do, but I think it's exciting to like be here for you guys' first thing. Hopefully it works out. If it doesn't, we'll have this memory forever.
Right.
Thank you for coming out.
Yeah, I'm just excited for what's to come.
Thank you.
Definitely an honor, 100%. But definitely like, dang, like we were the first one. But like, dang, like, we were the first.
We're the first ones.
Like, dang, we're the first one.
What do you think is so negative about being the first ones?
I think
I'm saying negative. It's like guinea pig.
Not negative. I would say like just like I don't know, like I guess like doing like and like actually doing podcasts. Like I was telling Olivia like in between breaks, I was like, dang, like it kind of like dang, like it's kind of hard. You know what I mean? Like
it's
just
like trial and error.
It is trial and error. You know what I mean?
Definitely. Yes.
And just being able to like flow kind of like this. You know what I mean? And like it is kind of hard, and like just I don't know. I have a greater appreciation for like people who do social media or something like that.
You don't know till you know.
If you know, you know. But then again, I am honored, you know, because it's like, dang.
That's you guys.
Honestly, I will say, like, you guys are like my first like coworkers, like I actually like mess with though. You know what I mean? Just like everyone just like hella cool though. You know what I mean? Like, I gotta do the corny one, bro. Everyone wants to be nonchalant nowadays, bro. No one wants to keep it real, bro. No one wants to keep it real.
Thanks for keeping it real.
I know.
Dude, thanks.
You know how to yap it out.
Yeah,
I'm glad you guys.
I'm so happy that you guys came through. You guys were the first ones.
If y'all need another Yap Meister,
yeah, you guys are definitely coming back.
I know, for real.
Yappy Neutron.
We got
Yappy Neutron.
But we're for sure gonna keep thinking of new episode ideas.
Yeah, definitely.
If anyone has an idea, drop it in the comments below.
Subscribe
Down below.
We don't know what you want to hear. We can only guess. So.
Yeah.
I know, we could get some real ghetto like Bay Area shit going.
Really could,
not
bro.
Bay.
Really could,
That would be like worst Bay Area shit ever. Like
I know.
they're from fucking Hayward. They're from Stockton.
From Sailorman.
They're from Nevada City.
They're literally like they're from fucking Sacramento. If they're not from, there's no Bay near Sacramento.
Not even.
Game State energy.
I just know we polished, bro.
We
We
polished up for today, but catch us on a terrible night out.
I know, bro. If you catch us in our workplace, you don't know us, bro. You don't know us, actually, no.
But yeah, thank you guys for coming. I think we can wrap this up for now for this segment of the video.
Yeah, you know we had to yap it out.
Yeah.
Tune in, yappers.
And, well, that's the end of our.
We're gonna figure out how to conclude.
Yeah. What's the like?
We'll think on it.
Oh, we think on it. We'll think on
Yeah,
it.
but I was just gonna say we'll wrap it up here. I think it's like an hour 50. 20 hour 20
You'll
like
see
2 hours
once you
feels like
edit.
20 but we'll see, and thank you for tuning in with us. We'll have more exciting
Come back for more.
exciting episodes. They'll be back for sure if you guys want.
Please.
And yeah, thank you for tuning in, and we'll be making more videos, so
Alright, 5
Stay
likes.
tuned, stay
5 likes
tuned.
and we'll shave.
5 likes and we're shaving his tail off.
Okay, no.